You can take it out. It's just like, why are you taking it out? What are you doing over there? You know, like it's just not smart. Just like I don't feel like the open carry thing is very
I
smart. I've
hate
always
seeing
said
people
it
open
like
carry.
because the whole point, right? If you're open carrying is you want to prevent a crime, maybe. I'm guessing you want to be Walker, Texas Ranger, something like that. But all right, so here's the scenario, right? You're in the liquor store. You're packing heat. You got your full size pistol on your hip, like you're a cop or something. Bad guy's there. He sees your gun. He's going to do one of two things. He's either going to leave and go rob a different store, or he's going to kill you right now and then rob this liquor store. The other scenario would be, why don't you just have the thing in your jacket and a shoulder rig, or inside the waistband, which is really comfortable. There's lots of ways to do it, or just in your pocket, in a jacket pocket or something, like with one of these tiny pistols like an LCP or something. Then in that scenario, at least you've got the element of surprise. The bad guy doesn't wear his on his hip for a reason. He doesn't want people to know he's got a gun. It's just not a good
Yeah.
idea. And all you're going to do is make people uncomfortable anyway, unless you have a law enforcement look about you, which is in its own way kind of
Unsettling, like a little bit.
disingenuous, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like if now you're playing cop. If I see you've got the cop haircut and
See,
you're,
You got a
concealed carrying,
mustache.
Kyle always
Yeah.
goes with the law
Get the
enforcement look about him.
on.
To me, it's like a farmer look that I see wearing a gun. Sort of a or redneck thing. That's not a flattering term.
Yeah, but the
But-
guns you would be wielding aren't like farmer guns. Like farmers
Right,
aren't
it'd be
walking
a
around with a
1911.
semi-automatic pistol. Like they're not walking around with that. Like if they like, what kind of gun would they need? Like a shotgun with some buckshots or some
I feel
coyotes
like I
running
can
around?
look at a guy and be like, that's a gun enthusiast. He's got this 1911 on his hip. You know, he's not a criminal and he's not a cop. I know what he is. He's a
No.
gun enthusiast, and that's his deal.
Yeah, but it turns people off to the whole. I think it sets people back with the whole gun thing. Like open carry. Like when you see someone walking around open carry, it's just like, even as someone, like I'm super pro gun, but when I see someone with like a
Yeah.
rifle slung over their shoulder and they're doing one of those like open
See,
carry walks or something, it's like, what the fuck
That's
are
a
you on
different
about?
thing. So I'm with you on that. I also don't like people walking around with AR-15s on their shoulders just to prove they can. But sometimes a guy who has a 1911 on his hip, he's so comfortable with it. He does it so often. To him, he's got he's got keys, he's got a flashlight, he's got a wallet, and a 1911, and you can tell the thing's worn, and that's just his outfit. I don't know. It sets me at ease too. Like, yeah, I know his scoop.
I don't think there's a reason-
that Josh guy who's the friend of Jeremy's, who's working for me right now,
Right,
helping me do stuff. He just bought a $400 1911, and he's like, I got my concealed carry permit, got my 1911. He's like, now I just need some bullets. You got any bullets? And I was like, well, how many do you need? He's like, well, it holds 7. I was like, all right, well, here's fucking 7 bullets. So he's out there right now, armed to the teeth. He's ready to
He's ready
to defend the Constitution and his personal
Concealed
rights
carrying
and whatever
a
the hell else he
1911.
needs to.
Every time.
Well, he doesn't have a way to conceal it.
The-
He doesn't have a holster. He just got it in his car.
Whenever I hear someone say that their concealed carry is a 1911, I think to myself, you don't actually conceal carry. You know, everyone conceal carries their full size gun for about 2 days, and then they're like, you know what? I'm sure you do.
I
You
know
know a
people
lot
that-
more gun owners
but-
than me, but
The 1911's hard to do, but like the Glocks, like especially the Glock 19, like you can do that fairly well. I've got some inside
Not
the
a Glock
waistband
17.
holsters from. It's a lot harder. With an inside the waistband holster, like if you've got it on the front on your if you don't want to. If you're right-handed, it'd be on your right side. Like it'd be, and it's pointing pretty much right at your dick the whole time, which has always been a bit unsettling to me. If I carry in a holster, I usually put it on the small of my back, so it's back there. So the worst case scenario, I shoot a little ass cheek off. I can deal with that, but I blow my dick and balls off, like the next one's going in my head. Like I'm not.
round
It's
2,
like,
right?
Let's get in the hospital. Like nah, don't worry about that. I'm just gonna think. I'm just gonna think and make sure I got my orders and my affairs in order real quick before I put this next one in me. But yeah, like the gun is literally like, I'll stand up a little bit, so it's like there. It's like, so you'll have like the gun will be like right at your dick. It's just not a good look. I don't like that. It's not comfortable to me, but I know people that do it.
It's kind of like
all
stuffing
the
your
time.
pants, right? I think I'd carry a 17 long.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
34L, right? A little extra. Are you happy to see me? No. That's
No, I kill you. Like, I just don't see the point in carrying a full-size gun concealed when there are things like the LCR, LCP. You can even get a little Smith & Wesson J-frame, I think it is, that it's gonna fit just fine. It's gonna have just as much power.
There's lots of lots of small guns. Eric, a Iraq veteran, he's carrying around. Last time I saw him, he had a little 22, tiny little baby 22 pistol, and he's carrying that thing around. It's Chad always has like a Glock 19 on his hip though. Like
that's
always
the
has a Glock
compact
19.
9mm, right?
No, 19's full size.
It's smaller. It's a full size, but it's a smaller frame than the 17. I don't have one, but this is a 17. It's a size smaller than this. It's a 9mm. It looks exactly like
compact, but not subcompact, right?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
I never liked the 19 because it doesn't fit my hand very well. The 17 fits my hand just perfectly. I like it a lot. I'm not worth a shit with this gun. I really hate it for trying to hit things other than something like right in front of you. But
Glock 19 is a compact.
I like the
I just looked it up, but not subcompact.
But yeah,
gun talk.
Something like that you can carry, but like a whole 1911 does seem excessive to me to be carrying around on yourself because it's so long and bulky, and when you sit down is the worst part. Like when you get into the car, it's poking you in the belly and the ribs and your hip.
Anything but
it's not comfortable.
A mouse gun I keep in my front pocket, I feel like interferes with my sitting and stuff.
Yeah, and you're getting 7 shots in the 1911, 45, or you can just take 5 shots of 357 or 38 plus P in a small revolver that's super comfortable. Like it doesn't seem like there's
that LCR is great. I really like the LCR. I need to get mine back from my fucking sister. She's got it.